Okay, hello students. In this experiment, I will tell you how to use function generator and CRO to measure a particular frequency. Suppose you are providing a signal from a function generator and you are interested in finding out its frequency and its amplitude. So today we will be doing that thing. First of all, for convenience, I am making this frequency to 2 kilohertz or 2000 hertz using this rotor knob. So now your frequency is 2000 hertz. So now I will tell you how you can measure this frequency and amplitude of the signal using CRO. So first of all, we focus on CRO. So here, what we have to do, we have to increase or change the level on CRO. So now it is more. Now second thing is we change the level, and then, so now when you focus at this particular point from here to here, for amplitude purpose, what you are supposed to do, you will calculate number of boxes. So 1, 2, 3 boxes complete and 2 units. So now what you will do, you will look at the knob. So knob is pointing out at 2. So it means the amplitude is 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6 volts, and this particular box is having 5 subdivisions. So 0.4 volts for one subdivision. So overall potential or amplitude is 6 volts plus 0.4 volts. So this amplitude of the signal is 6.4 volts. If we translate this signal into peak to peak, then it becomes 6.4 volt peak to peak. Otherwise 3.2 volts on both the sides. So this is how you can measure the amplitude. Similarly, you can measure other values for your systems. Now I will tell you how you can measure frequency using CRO. Suppose you are having an unknown signal and you are interested in finding out the frequency on CRO. Then what you have to do is change the position like this, and similarly to your Y position in the previous case, when we are measuring the amplitude, we will make it to a normal position. Normal position is that your signal should start from 0. Here you can see your signal is starting from 0, and you will find out how many boxes are there to complete the one cycle. So one cycle is starting from here and terminating at this particular point. So 2 boxes are complete and 2 subunits. Now from here, you can read that this is 0.2 milliseconds. From this knob, here, from blue color of the knob, you will find out that it is pointing out towards 0.2 milliseconds. So this is 0.2 milliseconds for box, and as we know that a box is having 5 subunits, so it is 0.04 milliseconds for 1 unit. So this is almost equal to 2 boxes complete, that is 0.4 milliseconds, and 0.4 milliseconds and 0.08 milliseconds. So overall this becomes 0.4 plus 0.08 milliseconds. So that this comes out to be your 0.48 milliseconds. Now we can convert it into frequency. So there's a frequency is inverse of time period. So f is equal to 1 by t. So it comes out to be 1 by t, 1 by 0.48 milliseconds. So round about 2 kilohertz. So that's how you can use CRO to measure the frequency. There are certain other applications for which CRO can be used. Suppose you want to test whether your CRO is working in a proper manner or not. then what you can do, now suppose you want to check whether your CRO is functional or not, and you want to calibrate your CRO, suppose it is malfunctioning, and you don't have your function generator, then what you have to do is, you have to use a probe like this with other ends, and on CRO, front panel of CRO, you can find out a calibrate button is there. So here you have to insert the red probe, and you can find out a square pulse is being displayed. And here you can see the pulse is starting from 0 and completing at the one complete box. So from your knob you can see that this is 2 volts. So that means your CRO is perfectly calibrated and it is not having any sort of problem. So I hope you enjoy the learning about the CRO. So if you have any doubts, you can email me or ask questions in comment box. Thank you very much.